Do I dare ask if we're working? I hope so. Ah, yes, we are. Okay, pleasant surprise. Hello, friends. Hello. I hope you have had a wonderful day today. And I hope you had a wonderful day yesterday. For anybody, I guess if you're on Twitch, there's no, like, community tab. So I posted about it on YouTube. And I think I commented it on my most recent clip at the time as well. But day before yesterday, we were playing Subnautica. And the game crashed, and my TV went, and my lights went, and my fan went. So at first I thought, oh shit, I've like blown a fuse or something. I had too many lights on or something. No, turns out we had a power cut, a power cut on the hottest day of the year. So that was super fun. No fans, no lights, no shower, no Wi-Fi, no fans, no fridge, no fans. It was not fun. But we are back tonight. Excuse me. I hope I'm not too out of practice after my my long absence. But I hope you've had a wonderful day today. My day today has been much better. We are carrying on 22nd of June. We played this last. So not quite a week ago. We are playing this tonight because it is currently the game with the most votes for us to play it on stream. And I know that they're, I don't know who votes for what. There's no way of knowing that, so it is completely anonymous on your end. The only thing I see is the percentage for how many people voted for each and the total number of votes. So from that, I can relatively easily tell, like, oh, we've had another vote. And what, if anything, that person voted for. And Morrowind has the highest. I am going to redo it tonight, probably, because I want to do a fresh one each. Probably makes sense that I do it on Monday then. But there's like 3 posts in front of it, and I want it to be the top one. I wish there was a way of like pinning. I'd love to pin it to the top. We are here in Morrowind. As I just said, it's our first playthrough. We have done nothing so far except the main quest, which we are still ploughing through very slowly. I would like at some point to try some factions, maybe. But I just want to keep... This main quest is going a very long time, and my enthusiasm for Morrowind is beginning to wane. I haven't played it off stream at all since we streamed it last on the 22nd, which kind of tells you everything. And I would really like to at least have finished the main quest. I know if it's anything like Elder Scrolls or Fallout games that I've played that came out later, some of the best writing is in either the individual side quests or the factions. So we will see. We will see. Right now we are at Coggaroon, which we just cleared out. We've got to make our way back to the Urshalaku. So we were going the wrong way. Wonderful start. shout out to McDonald's. This is by no means like a sponsored by McDonald's stream or something. But yesterday I did have like 2 hours in aircon and to charge my phone thanks to McDonald's. I mean, I did pay them for a nice cold drink, but it's appreciated nonetheless. So if you're watching, Ronald McDonald, I don't know what the dude's name is, assuming it's even a dude. I think that was a circumstance where I'm saying dude in a gender neutral way. Because dudette, that kind of sounds a bit silly, I think. It's like actor and actress. Well, they're all actors. There shouldn't be like a anyway, not to go on a gender ramble in the first 5 minutes. I had some really strange dreams last night as well. I have so much to talk about, because normally I stream. We hit 4 months, didn't we? And I'm keeping the streak going. I'm not counting last night as breaking the 4-month streak. I know technically we didn't stream, but it was completely out of my control. And I did try and have an early night. It didn't really work. I mean, it was still an early night compared to normal. So we have we have the 3 things. Oh God, I can't see a thing. Why did we have to be doing this in night time? This is what it was like yesterday when it hit about 9 o'clock and we still had no power. And suddenly I'm trying to find all my candles in 36 degree British heat. Okay, so we really need to go. Swear I just heard a ghost. Ghost. No, he says, right before being killed by a poltergeist. Yeah, so we need to go back to our shack. We have so much stuff. We've got all the loot from Coggeroon. So that really is what we should do. But then there's no fast travel in this. Oh yeah, we need to drop off all that moon sugar. Let's just eat some raw eggs, shall we? That should do the trick. Nailed it. Not sure why it's playing the battle music. We're just moseying by. There we go. No, we can't go that way. I'm trying to think. We've got a quote-unquote levitation spell. That is fairly useless, but that might have done the trick there. See, we're doing this backwards. I've only ever gone from either all the way down here, up, and then following the directions we got over to there, and then in, it was hella convoluted. Or we can get the boat to cool, like when we come back here, got to get the boat to cool, and then we can just like follow the compass, really. Trying to do it in reverse is not super easy. Keep going this way, kinda. That should bring us... I can hear something squelching away. Here we go. Boom. I am very grateful that everything is back to normal tonight, though. I don't know that I could have done another day of this heat with no power and no shower. I can still hear something. Oh, okay, we need to not be picking up all the chunks of hound meat or whatever it is. We've got some hound meat, and we got rat meat. Yep, we have 4 pounds of rat meat. Not going to be hungry again for a while. Right, let's carry on this way then, I suppose. And we should just come across it pretty soon. Looks like we're going to get attacked by some of those dinosaur-looking things. Unless we've skirted round, which I think we might have. Here we go. And... okay. Ascended... okay, I think we are... yeah. So the HUD is now telling us that we have arrived at the Shalaku camp. I can't really see any... there's supposed to be like big tents and, you know, people. I cannot see anything. That is partly because it's night time, partly because there's a dust storm. Okay, no, now we've gone too far. We don't want to go to Cernabitashpi, which is there. So I think, do we want to... okay, we've got to go southeast. We were too far north. Oh, so does that mean over this ridge? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, get lost, Cliff Racer. Here we go. Hello, Shalaku folks. Oh, some rain would be lovely right now. Oh, that would be lovely. I think, didn't we establish that we had to talk to the, I can't remember what they called her, the wise woman? Oh, and we have a clanker, not today. Hello, hello, hello. I have been good, thank you. I hope everything's been good for you. I missed streaming last night so much. Right, I don't think we figured out which one of these we had to click. That one. Well, was it not? Maybe it wasn't her. Maybe it was that dude, Saul Matul. We've done... We caught the disease, the corpus, and then got cured by the dwarf fella. Yeah, there's nothing... And I shall guide each of your... I mean, kind of makes it sound like we got to go talk to the war chief, I want to say. On the plus side, he's pretty easy to find. I think he's just hanging out in here. Yep, here we go. Hello, sir. You do... That is an incredible headpiece you have there. Is that some kind of Dunmer crown, maybe? I don't know. We have... Oh, here we go. Yes, we have brought you the 3 tokens of the... whatever. I can speak to you further of the 3rd trial. Here we go. I am impressed... I don't know how this guy will talk. I'm not going to do a voice. I am impressed. These 3 tokens you have brought me. You may keep... Oh, okay. You may keep them. You have passed the warrior's test, and I will give you the secret of the 3rd trial. In caverns dark, Azura's eye sees and makes to shine the moon and star. This is the 3rd vision, and you must go to the cavern of the incarnate. Why does that sound familiar? Someone defo mentioned that to us before. A place sacred to Azura, and look for the moon and star. The secret of the cavern incarnate is set in a riddle. Right, I'm gonna have to write this down. It's been a while since we've updated the Morrowind notes. Let me delete that. Got all 3 items for Sul-Matul. Now wants us to go to... What was it called? The Cavern of the Incarnate. Incarnate. I don't know how we pronounce that. And I mean, I guess I'm just going to have to write this down word for word. The eye of the needle lies in the teeth of the wind. Okay. No idea what that means. The mouth of the cave lies in the skin of the pearl. Okay. The dream is the door, and the star, and the star is the key. Okie dokie. Well, I'm sure that's going to mean something to us later on. We're going to retroactively look at that and go, that makes sense. For now, though, this is just the ramblings of arguably a madman, a cult leader. This riddle is wisdom's test. Oh, jeez. I'm going to have to... Back to the Morrowind notes. Hang on, I think I might have deleted the wrong bit. Oh, fudge. I don't think there's anything I can do now. Oh no, there we go, there we go. This riddle, I could just take a picture. This riddle is Wisdom's Test. Take counsel of the wisdom of the tribes. Oh, does that mean more busy work for, if this is the Urshalaku, are there other tribes? Because that would be a little bit frustrating. Seek the cavern, gain the moon and star. Gain moon and star from cavern and give to Nabani. That is the name of the person we just saw, the wise woman. So, yes, we will do that, I suppose, once we've dropped some stuff off. And we've got Malipu Ataman's belt. Okie dokie. Please let that be something good, otherwise it's just going to get dropped off in our shack. How do we... Here we go. Nope. Can't... Nope, okay. No offense, dude, if that's your reward for figuring out that I'm like Jesus of Morrowind. I mean, I guess, to their credit, they are like a impoverished tribe with about 5 tents to their name. So, how are we going to get back to... we could... I never remember which one of these is... Oh, wait, well, we can't do... Oh, no. Okay, will any of them let us sleep in their bed? I can't cast Night Eye again. So we're going to be stumbling in the dark from tent to tent, trying to find a bed. I hear some kind of goat. We can sleep in with the goats. I don't mind. Can we have a snooze here? Or will that make her mad? I don't know. Oh no, okay. Favoured guest, my yurt and hearth. Oh, in that case, we can rest and heal, and then we should get our magic back. This is, I am pretty sure this has the DLC, Tribunal and the other one. I know I came across, I want to say someone called Louis Beecham, I think, who was gonna, it was a quest for the DLC map. And I think we got the quest to start it as well. If there was a quest log or something, I'd be able to look at the... It will be right at the bottom. God, it's been a while. Which ones are... I think Divine Intervention takes us to an Imperial Shrine, which might be at a fort, which wouldn't be great for us. This one takes us to a temple, so that should be in a settlement. Nissus. Ah, Nissus. I don't think we might have explored it, actually. Again, with the night time. That is not the shield, I don't think. What shield's that? The shadow shield. Oh, we've kept it. Ah, well, I mean, no offense, but I don't really want it. We'll stick with this one. This is hands down the coolest item that we found. It's also better than any shield. I think I found a Daedric shield, and this one was better. So we are rocking the, what was it, Elidian's Ward, something like that. Yeah, however we pronounce that. Aladon's Ward, I'm not sure. But it looks awesome. And not that we are playing the game purely using stuff that only looks awesome. But it helps. I think we found a better robe. But this one's just... Ooh, we could repair everything. Haven't done that for a while. Yeah, go on then. Pay off your mortgage and RB. So I don't... Oh, here we go. Silt Strider. I don't know where this will take us, but we got to go to Seyden. Stuck there for a second. We got to go to Seyden. Wonderful. Oh my gosh. Direct flight. We're not even doing any 5-hour stopover. Okie dokie. Where's our shack? It's in the shitty end. I remember that much. I want to say down here on the left. Yeah, here we go. The shack that way back until, I don't know, Morrowind stream number 20. Everything was placed here really, really nicely, like purely for decoration. As soon as I figured out, like, okay, there's no physics engine, so you can't, like, pick it up and lay it down somewhere or stack it against something. Can't do anything like that, but when you drop it, you can choose where it goes. So stuff like the table here, there was stuff all round by the fire, and under here where this mess is. This originally looked relatively good. Yeah, we got that. That took me ages to get that there. Now it's at the point where I didn't know that overflow loot bag was a thing, so I just kept dropping everything. There's no unlimited storage. Or so I thought, because then you get this glitched. And every time you drop everything, it goes in here. So now I don't need to worry, but I don't want to accidentally do something that means that goes. We will drop Daedric gauntlets, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. I don't know why we have 11 of those. All of those can go. Cast when used. Yep, that can go. That we still got to take back. The Ring of Muscles we should have on. I don't know why that's... Oh no, yeah, I fudged it up. That's the redo. Constant effect. Not sure when we got those, but we'll keep those. That can get dropped. That's ready for enchantment. That drop. 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 Weapons, yeah, drop. Drop. Might be cool to keep the spear. I'm sure we have a bunch here. Yeah, we don't need the... God, we've got so much. We've got books. We've got way too many alchemy ingredients. Like a borderline ridiculous amount. Just drop all of the... Defo drop the moon sugar. Because I didn't know, because we didn't really have any. We didn't encounter it until quite late, but moon sugar and skooma, if you have them in your inventory in this game, and then you go and try and interact with like a normal blacksmith or something, or a tavern owner, or anyone that doesn't buy the moon sugar and the skooma, they're like, yeah, we'll do business with you once you get rid of the moon sugar. That's kind of cool. I don't think that happened in Oblivion or Skyrim. And I'm just as sure it didn't happen in Fallout. So that's a cool little touch, I think. Probably could dump a load of potions as well. Oh yeah, we got... Speaking of skooma. Oh, apparently we had an advert. I should... I don't remember if I ever went through this. I had it set to pre-roll off and 60-second adverts, which was the lowest. And when I went onto the Twitch dashboard, I want to say about 2 weeks ago now, I went on there and it said, basically, because you have the advert set to a small amount of time, we're only gonna... I think it said partially disabled for pre-rolls. Now, I don't know what that means, but I don't want pre-rolls on at all. Because I think, to me, that will be more annoying than an extra 30 seconds of adverts an hour. I don't know. I'm happy to change it. I think so far I've made about £2 in like 6 months of being affiliate on Twitch. And actually, I think I might have... I think it might be like £4 something. I'm not sure. Like $5. So that's not my aim when I'm streaming. If it was, I'd be doing a pretty terrible job. But I am not. So, yes, it will be 30 seconds more an hour. But it's the shortest. That then means pre-roll says completely... I think it just says disabled, not completely disabled. I don't know, because partially disabled is fairly ambiguous. I don't know how partially we're talking. If it's something like, oh, the pre-roll's only a minute instead of 2 minutes, like that's still really frustrating. Anyway. I think if you watch on YouTube, or if you watch on Twitch or YouTube in the future, there are no adverts. It's just on Twitch when we're live. And Seri does let me know when it's happening. I never used to know until I got Seri set up. So I would just carry on, and I knew there would be like a minute at the time of adverts an hour, but got no idea when, so I just kept going and hoped it wasn't a really important bit. I think that's probably everything, to be honest. That's basically like 200 carry weight. Don't know why we've taken that. Still feel like I'm forgetting something here. Oh, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we'll drop those. Got that. So we could do a constant effect enchantment if we want to. Gonna ditch that. Don't know why we have a tankard. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't think we can do more than that. We could drop a couple of spare weapons, but it's nice to have a choice. Right, okay. Let's do a little save in the shack. Hello, 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 hello. I hope you've had a wonderful day today. It is really nice being back. I was a little nervous. I started tonight's stream and then it died after like 2 minutes. Touch wood. It's going fine now. And I mean, touch wood again. We don't have another power cut. But it was really frustrating. It was like 30 hours or something that I didn't have power or water or anything. And it's because the electric people were doing something to do with one of their cables. And then when they were trying to fix it, they nicked the water pipe because what? I'm sure there's a reason, but sticking the electricity cables next to the water pipe doesn't sound like the best plan ever. But they nicked the water, so the water was like you see in like a show. It was like splashing out of the hole in the ground and flooding. I live on the top of a hill, basically, which was a nightmare walking home from school every day. But it did mean that the water was flowing away from me. So the electric people had to wait for the water people, and then the water people had to wait for their water engineer people. Oh my gosh. I yelped with glee because I left my fan turned on because I was hoping it would come on during the night and help me cool down because it was so hot. And it did. And oh my gosh, it's awesome. Usually it's just like the internet that goes down. But then you've still got, you know, lights and fridges and ovens and shit. When it's everything and it's the hottest day of the year, not my idea of fun. I did get some candles though, on the plus side, and I wouldn't have gone there if it wasn't for what happened. So got like 5 candles, half price result. Right, so we gotta go. Where do we have to go now? The Cavern of the Incarnate. We gotta, I mean, where is that? 145 stream streak. Wow. I mean, I'm glad that it didn't stop the streak because there was no stream yesterday. That would have been slightly frustrating. Very frustrating. Cavern of the Incarnate. I don't know if it's incarnate or incarnate. Incarnation. I think that's a word. Incarnate. I don't know. It's Ornstein and Smough again. Okay, we've fudged up. We were supposed to speak to the Ursulaku people.
Where's that slave? Here not long ago.
Slave? We're no slave, good sir. Good. In fact, I'm pretty sure last stream we freed a bunch of slaves and learnt about a group called I want to say the Twin Lamps, which was giving me Railroad vibes, my fave faction from Fallout 4. Okay. Let me play for you what Dr. Google says. I mean, you are on stream. See if you can hear this.
Incarnate.
I love that. I love they use like an English AI voice, because that's where I am. I would love to know if you were in a different part of the world, whether the person has an accent.
Incarnate.
Incarnate. Okay. Not incarnate. Maybe incarnate is the verb. I don't know. Let's get that connected again. And we are, any second, we are back. Incarnate. Incarnate. I'm sure I'll mess it up as soon as I say it again. Right, so we're in Seydonin, and oh, bloody hell. Got to go all the way back to Cool, which I think we have to get a boat to. I know we can get a boat from Vivek. So let's go here. Why is it constantly bloody nighttime? I swear we have spent this entire stream so far in night. We've rested, and it's still nighttime, no matter what we do. I don't know where the boat is. I think it's kind of down from the Silt Strider. God, my voice is going. And we're back. Does this look like a dock? Kinda. Hello, sir. Oh, shit. Okay, well, let's try and make it onto the ship this time. That feels like the absolute bare minimum. Anno Andoram. Greetings. Do we want to go any of those places? Could maybe try going to Ebonheart first. Maybe that. I don't know. It's still bloody nighttime. Novosi. Nope, we don't. We could try Halar Ode. I don't know where that is. We've been there. Don't know why she's so pissed with us. Narmok. Maybe it was Narmok and then Cool. daylight, how I've missed you. Here we go, folks. We found it. We found it.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, I think if we... Let's mosey on back to the Ursulaku, shall we? Honestly, I can't wait until we're done with them. Like, the next tribe, I'm praying that they're, like, right next to a city that we can fast travel to. Yeah, just keep going this way. Yeah. That's a non-host, and that's a dreamer, I think, who sometimes attacks us when we try and talk to them. That's the bonfire where there were like 3 bandits the first time we came here. Now, months later, the bonfire is still lit, but the people haven't respawned. We won't ask. Magic fire. Hmm? I don't think I pressed it, but I guess I must have. Oh, oh. There go our ankles. Let's hop up here. This is definitely not the way that we came the first time. The directions were super intricate. It was all like swim around this bit until you see the shipwreck, then turn northeast. We are kind of off course. Get to step in. Wait, oh, okay, it's me. I'm pressing the wrong thing. Shit, no. How why can't I... Why is this not working? There we go. Can't remember which one. I think that one lasts longer. Well, I hope everyone's had a wonderful day if you're just joining now. Or if you're watching in the future, or whatever it might be. I hope you've had a wonderful day. My day has been ecstatic. I have basked. You know, like, Greek mythology in movies and stuff. And it's just like a bunch of people like laying around eating grapes and drinking wine. I have not eaten any grapes and I have not drunk any wine, but that's how I've been feeling today. I will never ever take for granted it. Who's this? Oh, it's a monster. Okay. I thought it was a person. I mean, it might be a person. I'm not entirely sure about the lore. Everyone say hello to our friendly neighbourhood Natch. Hello, good sir. Or, I think, isn't this one the female? I think I learnt that. I thought they were 2 different species. I mean, we're being attacked by something. Oh, what a surprise. Don't want to go that way. Can we... Oh, we're going to have to go... Do we go round it? Do we go through it? Do we go over it? Again, would be really helpful if this was during the day. Mostly a good day. Mostly good is pretty good. I can hear something snarling, which is not so good. Okay, I think something that annoys me is about to happen again. So the Ursulaku camp is basically next door to a full-on Daedric ruin. Like a serious place. It's like 10 steps from each other. But if we get attacked by stuff and then go to the Ursulaku, they have no response. They just kind of stare at us while we're being eaten. If this was Whiterun, we could taunt the giant all the way back to the city guards and they'd help. I can't even see what's attacking us. Oh, another hound. We've got to nearly be there. I swear we waited until it was supposed to be light. To be fair, we do have magic now, so I could do a little... Okay, so we need to speak to the people. Where the dude said, take counsel of the wisdom of the tribes, I interpreted that as meaning other tribes. Like, okay, you're done with us, now you've got to go do the same with a bunch of other people. He does not mean that, I don't think. He means speak to the people of the tribe, the Ursulaku. That's going to go in 9 seconds. Let me swap this over. I did not have coffee yesterday. Probably the first day in about 5 years. And we should be back. We should be back. Okay, Shabin Bale. How's it going? Do you know anything about this? Perhaps you mean the Needle. It's a tall rock column in the Valley of the Wind. I've slept beneath it once or twice. The Valley of the Wind... Okay, I'm going to have to write this down, aren't I? Back to the Morrowind notes. I think last stream I read out the Morrowind notes. Eye of the Needle equals tall rock column in Valley of the Wind, which is on the northeast slopes of Red Mountain. This is the shit that I find hard, is when he then says the entrance to the valley is marked by... Because there's such a small jaw distance, we can't, for example, use levitation and walk up in the air a bit and then look around and get our bearings. We can't climb a hill and use that to see further. Because everything pops in when it's super close. So whether it's a gigantic tower or a cave or nothing, we don't know until we get close to it. I mean, I'll write it down, but entrance marked by Aaron's... yeah, autocorrect doesn't like that one. Nope, not Aiden's. Aaron's teeth. 2 tall rock spires. Wonderful. More vague directions. Yes. I'm hoping that when we get close, we will pick up on, like, there will be some Daedric-looking things. I don't know. Oh, jeez. Okay. This must be so incredibly dull. Entrance marked by Aaron's teeth, 2 tall rock spires. So now they've said the valley... So before they said that the Valley of the Wind is on the northeast slopes of the Red Mountain. Now it's saying the Valley of the Wind runs south from the sea in the northeast of... Jesus. Okay. I'm going to write all of this down. I'd rather have it and not need it. Where were we? Valley of the Wind runs south from the sea in the northeast of Vardenfell. East of Dwemer. How do we pronounce that? Bethuand? I don't know. Bethuand. Also east of Daedric. That will be good to spot. Zergo Nepal. Crumbs. Oh, and then we've got a warning. Do not disturb spirits in Daraleth tomb. Okay. I mean, that's probably all the info we need. It might take us a minute, but I think that's all the actual info. That's quite a lot of detail. I was just expecting, like, you know, go east. Oh, Jesus, we've got even more. Turn south. Northeast slopes. There are 2 valleys. Dry camp, brackets, west. No water, but shelter. Done. Ahi? I don't know. Cavern. I wish there was voice acting, because then I'd know. I'd at least have a bloody chance. Dun Ahi Caverns. Also there. Okay. I mean, should we go in them, or... Valley of the Wind is the furthest east. Mouths of the valleys are surprise, surprise, to the east, along the coast. Okay, this might actually be how we find it. Pass Bethuand, Dwemer ruin that we just heard about. Then Zergonepal. Then turn south. Okay, that I think is gonna, because we can now just follow the water. If you just saw an advert, then all you missed was me writing this down. So it was probably a good time for an advert. If there was going to be one, that was a good time for it. Oh, I am going to have to write that as well. I am not going to miss this stuff. I really enjoyed it at the start. Now it's just getting a little bit frustrating. It's a lot more concise though. Pearl equals top of needle compared to the 2 paragraphs I had to write just now. And we are back. We are back. Honestly, even if they have more info for us, I don't want to know. We'll probably be able to find it based on what we learn. Let's do a little save before we go. Okay. So, have we found... Oh! Okay. I definitely remember trying to pronounce that. Zagurnapal then turns south. So... It's not that. It's not that. I think maybe we aim for... It's really helpful that I've got that as a map marker. I don't know where or when we got that. Yeah, I vote that we follow the coast and then look for the inlets, and then we can just follow the river. That is going to be our best bet, I think. So now we'll just turn east and we'll keep the water to our left and we should be golden. Also, I have 5 viewers right now. That is much more than normal. Hello, friends and strangers and whoever you might be. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I don't know, we're looking for something Daedric-y. Either something Daedric-y or something Dwemer-y. And then we know we're on the right track. Until then, we're... Oh. Let's try that again, shall we? Yeah, we don't want to go in the water because there's a lot of tough beasties in here. The slaughterfish are huge, and there's the mermaid people. I'd much rather take a cliff racer. I don't know as well. I don't know if we run slower when we're kind of holding our weapon. I don't know. I know that's the case in Fallout 3. I noticed it when I was doing clips, and subsequently have remembered. In Morrowind here, I don't know that it makes any difference. If anything, I think we move a little bit faster, which surely can't be right. Okay, we are past Valen Varion. I'd say we're maybe about halfway. This is working out pretty well so far. I don't want to jinx it. But this is working pretty well. I'm also, in the back of my mind, I'm on the lookout for that ancestral tomb that we got warned to stay away from. Angry ghosts is not something I want to add into the mix. Giant beetle. Okay, is that a tree or... I think that's just a tree. Okay. Hello again, Cliff Racer. Yeah, you gonna try and take a chunk out of us? Okay, this might be the ancestral tomb. I don't know. Or is it just a rock? I think it might just be a rock. In which case, I don't want to get distracted. We'll stick going by the sea. That was working. I am going to have to get up in a second. It's really nice being back in Morrowind. It's really nice that we're actually making progress. Because we have put probably at least 100 hours into it so far. That's a pretty conservative guess. I don't think I can see while streaming. Is that anything? No. Right. Said in... We'll get to Zagona Pool and then turn south. And I'm picturing a quaint little river that we can just follow. We got some Netch friends. Hello, Netch. How's it going? Hope you've had a wonderful day. You seem to be kind of stuck there. Random slaughterfish. I mean, apparently we killed... I feel like it being out on land, that wasn't entirely down to us. Ooh, what's that popping in? That, to me, looks like a Daedric ruin of some variety. That looks like a Daedric tower for sure. In which case we have to turn south, right? Which would mean up here? Well, we got 2 cliff racers. I mean, they still don't really stand a chance. Oh, and a rat for good measure. Oh, that looks maybe like a Dwemer ruin. We need to be going south. Maybe it meant hit it and then go round south that way. Because it did, I think it said we're supposed to be following a river. So I think maybe we go past this and then turn. Ooh. Does that look like a Daedric thing, or does that look like something else? Is that part of it? I don't know. We'll come back and explore that. Maybe here, turn south here. This looks like an actual road, kinda. Not following a river though, which is what I was expecting. Don't know if that means we've gone the wrong way. Let me check what I wrote down. Then Zagonapal turns south. We have some kind of beastie. Some guars, I think. Oh, and a pair of allets. One thing I love about this game is the weird creatures. Skyrim has some interesting ones, I guess. And Oblivion has more variety, but in this they've fully gone with like this is not set in our world. We have the freedom to, kind of like Avatar. They've just gone completely balls to the wall, which I appreciate. Rather than like, oh, it's wolves, but, you know, it's Skyrim, so they're like Skyrim wolves. There's really gross, like, body horror zombie stuff. There's all the magical stuff and more Daedra. Sanit. Hang on, is that the place I write down? I gotta get out for a second. I'll combine the two. Where's... Ah, there we go. Yep, we are still working. Okay. Okie dokie. Hello again, friends. Hello. I was up. I can hear that sound. I can hear the cliff racer. Do we come here for a quest? Oh, crumbs. Honestly, you'd think they'd know at this point. This is not related to a quest, so we should be good. There is nothing there, though. So I think we move on. I feel like we've gone way too far now. It said turn south after you hit the Zagona Pow. We've gone so far east. Shall we mosey on back to Zagona Pow and then try going from there? I have to say a hello as well. I don't know your name, but if you are the person who subscribed on YouTube today, my 180th YouTube subscriber, hello. Thank you so much. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Not that I only hope you've had a wonderful day because you subscribed to my YouTube channel today. I would hope you had a wonderful day regardless. You know what I mean. Wasn't there something about... When it's playing the combat music, something's trying to eat us. Doesn't look like a cliff racer, so I want to say like one of those little leech things, maybe. Oh, we got some... I mean, it said valley. I interpreted it as being, okay, we're looking for a river. But I am getting the idea that maybe that's not the case. You know, I am yet to... no, I wouldn't call those two big rock towers. Feel like if the whole place is called the Needles after two specific really tall rock towers, it's probably going to be a little bit more obvious, maybe. Ooh. Well, we have a road. There's two there. I don't know. Ooh, what about that? One there, one there. Or is it... Oh, no, I think it's talking about those. Even though we can't actually see it. There we go. Now they're in view. one there and one there. I'm thinking... Oh, apparently we got an advert. I'll wait until the advert's over. Oh, the advert. Okay, I timed that very poorly. Well, welcome back, friends. If you are just returning. I don't know where the advert started, so I believe this is the valley that we're looking for. I was looking at these pillar things and thinking, well, I don't know if they're have the needles. Then we got to this bit, 1 and 2. I'm thinking this is the place. Ooh, I also haven't done the poll. Okie dokie. I'm going to pop a poll up on Twitch. As always, absolutely no pressure to interact with that at all. How was your day? Brackets. Out of 5. So Twitch only lets a poll be up for a max of 10 minutes. So I might do it again. No pressure to interact with it. It is completely free. But I know sometimes it's easier to say honestly how you're doing if it doesn't become a whole thing, you know. If it is completely anonymous, I don't know who voted for what. I don't think I even see number of votes. I just see the percentage. If I had to say, my day today has been probably 4 stars. I have just been so happy and enjoying having electric and water. Not to bring all that up again, but I'm very grateful, I guess. Okay, well, the good news is we are on the right track. The bad news is this place we got specifically warned about, which kind of makes me want to go in. That's really tempting me to go in. Yeah, there's no I am in 2 minds. Part of me wants to explore it because we're here. Part of me is thinking, well, if the story has told us to avoid it, maybe that means they're going to do something with it later. I don't know. I think I'll err on the side of caution. We should nearly be at the place we're looking for, which I don't remember the name of offhand. I remember the names of the places on the way. Oh, it's the Incarnate thing, right? Cavern of the Incarnate. I don't know if that's inside the place we're going or if that's the name of it. I guess we'll see. I suppose we're looking for any kind of cavern. I don't know. I'm seeing rope barriers, which means there were some people here at some point. Giant beetle. This way. Ooh, here we go. Cavern of the Incarnate. Oh, we can't rest before we go in.
Not open. The star is the key.
What's that?
Locked. Not open. The star is the key.
Don't know why that voice sounds familiar.
Door is locked.
And we're not open. The star is the key. Okay. So I guess we look around and see if we can find a key, maybe? Probably check the notes as well. A tall rock column. Maybe we have to look for the... Oh, okay. So I think there's a separate big tall rock that maybe we have to go to first. And get that thing at the top of the big rock? I don't know. I mean, is it that thing? I don't know. If we're looking for this, I think they called it the Pearl. And they said they heard a story that it's at the tippy top of the needle, which I'm hoping is going to be this. No, I am not seeing any pearl. Try that one, maybe. No, they said something about the top of the needle rock tower thing. It's white. I'm assuming if it was remade, it would maybe be snow. In Morrowind, I don't think I've seen any snow, so it's probably just going to be like a slightly white hue to it. Maybe we go back and we follow the valley for a bit instead and see if we come across it. How do we get back to... Where was the door there? Cavern of the Incarnate. Feel like we probably should have died from full damage there. Ooh, what do we have here? Now we die. Oh, crumbs. What's your beef? Oh, jeez. I'm just looking for the pearl thing. I don't... Who are these people? Is this just a group of bandits? Or is this someone that I've accidentally pissed off? I don't know. Anasaur. I think they might just be a group of bandits. We'll take their 5 gold. Curious. I don't know which of these is... Oh, jeepers. Honestly, cliff racers, I am going to be so glad when we're done with Morrowind. I'm sure there's going to be a really annoying enemy in Oblivion and then in Skyrim. Dun-Ahi, why does that sound familiar? I definitely tried pronouncing that. Dun-Ahi Caverns also there. Is that all I've got? Valley of the Wind is furthest east. This is it. This is the dry camp, I think. Let me... Did I just kill the people we were supposed to see? They definitely swung at us first. If that was who we were supposed to meet, that's kind of on them. Oh, sugar. There we go, finally. Down there. Oh, I'm so turned around. Daralath Ancestral Tomb. Yeah, we looked... Hang on. I gotta figure this out. Trying to think what else there is. I for sure missed some. Okay, that will do for now. I'm sure I'll think of a bunch more. Honestly, I would have left the other one is still up, but if there was a way to pin it to the top, then I wouldn't have done a new one. As it is, we have done a new one. But just like the poll on Twitch, it is completely free, but there is no pressure to interact or participate. It's entirely down to you. Okay. Excuse me. And we are, oh gosh, we are fallen. We haven't had a death to gravity tonight, which I am very surprised at. Basically, every game we play, I will die to gravity many times. Seems to be pretty forgiving here in Morrowind, which I am not complaining about. Especially with the janky movement stuff. Yeah, I'm glad it's forgiven. I can't remember what game it is. There was a game that I played, and the slight, like, if your character was a centimetre over, it would be instant death. What was it? Might have been the first Red Dead Redemption, maybe. I don't know. But you would literally, you'd be completely fine from a certain distance. Anything more than that, like, most games it's like a sliding scale. You'll take some full damage, depending on how far you fell.
In the dawn hour
Can we?
under Azura's
No.
star,
Oh, the door is opened. Wonderful. Not entirely sure how we did that, but I am not complaining. No, oh, no, that is not what I want to press. Save. Here we go. What should we call it? Not super creative, but the good thing about the YouTube polls, they don't run in chat during the stream. They are up on the community. I think it's still called the community section, where you can like post pictures or updates or whatever, and it stays on there until you delete it. So hopefully, assuming, because I think the two things were, one of them was me apologising for having a panic attack and ending the stream. And one of them was saying, I think one of them was it that we, no, I think maybe it was about the power cut, I don't know. That looks 100% like a person. That is very creepy. Oh god, we got another one here. Oh no. Well, they're not enemies. I think they are just an incredibly depressing bit of set decoration. God, they're everywhere. Oh no. I mean, that doesn't bode too well for our adventure in here. Cavern of the Incarnate. Is this it? This is kind of small. Oh, Jesus. I did not see that that's a whole... hello? Do we... Ooh, what's that? Moon and Star. Do we take it? Ooh.
Incarnate. Your first 3
Oh shit, we've got a
trials are
cutscene.
Now 2 new trials lie before you. Seek the Ashlander Ashcans and the Great House Councillors. 4 tribes must name you Nerevarine. 3 houses must name you Hortator. My servant,
Hortator.
Ivane Mesa, shall be your guide. And when you are Hortator and Nerevarine, when you have stood before the false gods and freed the heart from its prison, heal my people and restore Morrowind. Do this for me, and with my blessing.
Holy shit, we've just had... I think that's the first cutscene in the whole game so far. Oh shit, there's a... I did not see the dude over there. Oh crumbs, there's a whole bunch of people. I am Hort-led. I was not the one. Called to the prophet. Oh, so these people that have tried to become Nerevarine and not had the stuff. In the last days of turmoil and unrest after the Empire came to Morrowind, I was a thinker and not a doer. And though I was marked by the stars, I was not a hero. Take these things of mine. My bones won't complain. Sithis has been added to... Sithis? Sithis, the god of chaos? Like, deity of the Dark Brotherhood? Huh? Is it that? Hort-led's robe. No, it specifically said Sithis. it's not a book. It's not a weapon. It's not a piece of armor. Maybe it's just that. Oh, here we go, here we go. Sithis. Sithis is the start of the house. Before him was nothing, but the foolish out there have names for and revere this nothing. That is because they are lazy slaves. Indeed, from the sermons, stasis asks merely for itself, which is nothing. Okay, we're getting a bit philosophical here. Sithis sundered the nothing and mutated the parts, fashioning them from a myriad of possibilities. These ideas ebbed and flowed and faded away. This is how it should have been. One idea, however, became jealous and did not want to die. Like the stasis, he wanted to last. This was the demon Annui El, who made friends, and they called themselves the Aedra. They enslaved everything that Sithis had made and created realms of everlasting imperfection. Thus are the Aedra the false gods, that is, illusion. So Sithis begat Lorcan and sent him to destroy the universe. Lorcan, unstable mutant. Lorcan had found the Aedric weakness. While each rebel was, by their nature, immeasurable, they were, through jealousy and vanity, also separate from each other. They were also unwilling to go back to the nothing of before. So while they ruled their false dominions, Lorcan filled the void with a myriad of new ideas. These ideas were legion. Soon it seemed that Lorcan had dominion of his own, with slaves and everlasting imperfections, and he seemed, for all the world, like an Aedra. Thus did he present himself as such to the demon Annui El and the 8 givers, as a friend. Go unto the Sharmat Dagoth as a friend. Ai Hermamora Altadun Pathome Lacan Al. Okay. So, I mean, that kind of seemed at the start like some very interesting lore. Then it kind of swiftly became creepy, insane ramblings. Like everything, I'm sure there's probably some truth to that, but gosh, the lore for this is so deep. This is, it's really weird because we were talking about it, I want to say 2 streams ago. No, we weren't playing anything Elder Scrolls, but for some reason I was talking all about Sithis and the origins of the universe in Elder Scrolls lore. And this is all about it. So the age. Oh gosh, I can't stop yawning. Okay, let me swap this over again. I gotta read all this. My brain isn't gonna let me not fully understand. I'll probably forget by tomorrow, but Okay, so I have just done a big old deep dive into all the creation myth and all of that jazz, which has kind of made this make a little bit of sense. Not really, though. So we are here. I suppose we probably got to speak to all these people before we go. These people that weren't the Nerevarine. I was an Ashcan. That is the war chief, I want to say. I led my people against the Akaviri while the Cyrodiil dogs fled before them like Kaguti. I quested deep into the strongholds in Red Mountain, cleansing the unclean things in their own blood. I did not heed the counsel of the women, and to my shame, I craved glory, but never saw my real enemies. My axe and boots are yours, with my blessing. Okie dokie, boots and an axe. We will take it. Oh, we are... Okay, so now these people are saying we are the Nerevarine. The ambiguity seems to have gone in their mind, at least. Boots. None of them are... I don't know what we do with that. Is that a ring? There we go. And I want to say an axe. Ooh. Fortify attack. That's pretty good. Again, though, constant effect would be so much better. Idrini Nerathan, also not the Nerevarine. I lived in the late years of the Tribunate, and behind the scenes, I helped us demoralize, then repel the Akaviri invaders. I knew nothing of the Nerevarine or Dagoth until I took refuge with the Ashlanders. I died a fool, trying to loot ruined Coggaroon. That's what we did last stream. Here, take these. Maybe there's something in the world left worth stealing. Master's lockpick. Oh, we will take those. Thank you very much. Ghost of a thief. Okay, I think that if we go this way, we should now get everyone. Peak Star. Welcome, Incarnate. Moon and Star Reborn, Hortator, Nerevarine, Jesus. Is that all our titles now? Nerevarine, Mourner of the Tribe Unmourned, Redeemer of the False Gods. I am Peak Star. I was not the one, but I wait and hope. Ask, and I shall answer, if wisdom guides me. Well, let's see. This person's actually got a lot more to say. The Tribunal and Dagoth have the unnatural abilities and lifespans of gods, but they gained these things by actions that mock the gods and misuse divine power. They were ambitious and unwise, and the consequences of these ungodly acts threaten all that lives in Morrowind. Dun dun dun. You must go before the councillors of the great houses and satisfy them. In what way, exactly? I mean, I can think of a couple ways, but I somehow don't think it's going to be that. I will say clip that, clip that, clip that, just in case. It's like a side quest where we have to blow the councillors of the great houses. That'd be a bit of a twist, I guess. You bear the moon and star, the ring of Nerevar. None may deny you are Nerevar reborn, the prophesized incarnate. The temple will know you as an enemy. Oh. ordinators will mark you for death, and the tribunal faithful of the great houses will hate and fear you. The doubters of the tribes will test your strength and doubt your honor. You will be known. You must prepare and be ready. Okie dokie. Again with the satisfying them. I am a failed incarnate. So are all those who remain here with me in the cavern of the incarnate. I survived the blight, but I fell in battle with an ash vampire. I could not master the arts of war, nor could I learn the ways of the great houses. They would not have accepted me as Hortator. We don't know what that is yet. I haven't heard that word until tonight. Take these few poor things. They are of no use to me. Travel-stained pants. I'd defo going back to the shack. Oh, this is defo worth reading. Pity Dagoth and the Sixth House. All they do, all they are, is foul and evil. But they began in brightness and honour, and the cause of their fall was their loyal service to you, Lord Nerevar. You told Lord Dagoth to guard the profane tools beneath Red Mountain, and thus he was tempted. He did your bidding when he tried to keep these tools from the tribunal, and so he hates you, who betrayed him, and the tribunal, who mocked his honour, attacked him, and stole the profane tools for their own use. Kagranak, High Priest of the Dwemer, forged enchanted artifacts to steal the power of the gods. Nerevar fought the Dwemer to prevent this blasphemy, but Dagoth took these tools to make himself a god, and the tribunal took these tools to make themselves gods. Though the tribunal sought to do good with their power, they are tainted by the same corrupt desires that move Dagoth. I mean, things are getting pretty serious. Like, we are... The stakes are getting quite high in the main quest. It's no longer like, oh, yeah, go speak to some informants and get some more info about this prophecy. Now it's like, okay, well, you are the prophesized one. The people you're trying to take down are literal gods. Good luck. I think that's everything. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you for the chat, Peakstar. That was very interesting. I guess we're maybe going to find out some dirt about the tribunal at some point, probably when we meet them, I guess. I saw Morrowind fall to the Empire. I lived through the humiliation of the surrender, swore hatred and vengeance against Imperial and Tribunal alike for their betrayals. In later years, I despaired and turned to Red Mountain, where I grew old and died fighting the Blight and Red Mountain monsters. Take my weapons and armour. I have no further use for them. A spear and chest armour. Okay, that's not great. And chest armor, right? This one? Cast when you... No to all of those. I don't know if that's a unique robe. Ooh, what if we just... That's not the robes we had on. Crumbs. That they are a lot more vibrant. I don't hate it, but I also don't like it quite as much. They're technically better than this robe, But I love the colour scheme of this. And it's like the Fangboar helm in Dark Souls. We've had this on for so long at this point that it's kind of become part of our character, and I wouldn't feel like we're our character if we didn't have it on. I think that's everyone here we've spoken to now. And I guess now we got to go, once again, we got to go back to the Shalaku people and see what's up with them. See where they tell us to go next. I'm sure another batch of extremely vague, yet simultaneously incredibly complex directions. I am curious, it said something about, like, because seemingly that has confirmed that we are the Nerevarine. Now the Tribunal Temple, and I don't remember who the other person was. Someone else is now going to see us as an enemy. And they are factions that we could have joined, and we could have been doing quests for them. So I don't know if it's like, well, you got to do that before the main quest. I don't know. We will see. We will see. Gotta get back to, that's the wrong way. Gonna have to do a big trek back to Shalaku camp, aren't we? Let me go ahead and give this a save. Well, we've done a lot of progress. How's the poll on YouTube? Has it got any votes yet? Well, it posted 42 minutes ago and it already has a vote. We have one vote for Fallout 3. I don't think I've played Fallout 3 since the last stream. I haven't played it off. Basically, every time I've been playing anything off stream this week, it's been Subnautica. I am super into it. I think I explained this on the last Subnautica stream. I'm not doing any mission, not that there's like quest line stuff. I haven't done any story things. I haven't done any exploring, or we haven't built our first proper base yet. We haven't found the island that was mentioned, or gone over to the spaceship that we crash landed in. But stuff like gathering copper ore, yeah, I've done a bit of that. And it's just been so nice with the heat wave this week. It's been so nice to have something where I was hoping that we'd get to a point in Metro, Metro 2, where we'd be up on the surface in the icy wasteland, but that did not happen. We are so close to the end of that game, though. I think, like, the next time I play that game, the stream will be called Finishing Metro 2. Oh, I hear the sound of lovely, lovely rain. I can almost smell is it called petrichor, I think? The smell of the rain hitting the soil. I remember doing a deep dive into that at some point during my degree. They brought it up, I think it was during the all the stuff about perception, which I didn't really give a shit about. Gotta go... If we're just going to follow the compass, we just gotta go west. So it'd almost be worth us just swimming. Probably still going to be some fighting, because there's the slaughterfish, there's the mermaid things. I'm sure the cliff racers are still going to try and get us. That one actually doesn't seem to be going for us, so we will leave you to it, diseased mud crab. Thunder and rain and lightning, that's what we need here right now. Clear the air a bit. I am so behind on the clipping as well. I mentioned basically every day for the last week and a half that Eclipse has been down, and it is supposedly fixed, but because I haven't been able to do the clips, I am now, it gives you 2 weeks, so at one point I was like 6 days behind. I was less than a week. Then I got caught up focusing on one particular stream, and I was still pumping them out, but there was so much from that one stream. So then we hit like 10 days behind. Right now I am precisely 2 weeks. So if I don't get all the clips from, I think it's the stream where we played Escape the Backrooms, if I don't get everything I want from that stream by midnight tomorrow, it will be gone forever. So I would really like to not be at that point, just in case we have another bullshit power cut or something, which I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. I want to think positive. But what I did with, I think I posted like 3 clips from Dead Space, 2 yesterday and 1 today, and that's because I had, when I went to McDonald's, when I had 2 hours of electric and internet, I just downloaded all of them for the Dead Space stream. Another slaughterfish here on land. I don't know if I should read into that. I don't know if that's a glitch or a purposeful thing. I don't know. This feels like it's taken us forever. And yet another slaughterfish on land. I hope you've had a wonderful day if you're just joining now, or if you're in the future watching this, whoever you might be, wherever you might be, whenever you might be. I hope you've had a wonderful day. Looks like we got a little threesome going on. We've got a Nyx Hound and a Cliff Racer. Still don't really stand a chance, I hate to say it. Am I playing on Xbox? Yes, I am playing on Xbox. I'm playing on a Series X, so like performance-wise, it's really good. But this is the I think with backwards compatibility, it got up to 60 FPS, and I want to say maybe HD textures. But this is the original, like 2000 and, what was it, 2002, I think. If I was playing on PC, I wouldn't do a bunch of mods because I want to experience Morrowind as it is. But things like the black bars on the side of the screen, I would definitely make it widescreen, and I would increase the draw distance. Because like when we were looking for those two arrays, whatever they were called, we were supposed to be looking for these two big rock pillars that would mark the place we have to go. And they don't spawn unless you are right up next to them. Granted, now it's nighttime, so we wouldn't be able to see anything. Open Morrowind, that is one of... I think that's the one that I see mentioned. When people post and say, like, oh, I want to play Morrowind, what's the best way to do it? Everyone says, well, you have to at least play with Open Morrowind. And I wish I was doing that, but honestly, I'm used to it. It was jarring at first, but it's kind of charming. The gameplay mechanics and stuff that are showing their age, I'm used to now. And the graphics, I am also used to now. I do wish that there was more voice acting. During tonight's stream, we came across, I think, the first cutscene. Oh, there goes the timer. Swap that over in a second. Start the party. There we go. Yeah, I'm used to it now, and it's like when I've never played one of the new Pokemon games. I think the most recent Pokemon game I played was Diamond when it came out. So I've never played like HD Pokemon. But I'm seeing this as, I suppose, also the same kind of reasoning behind old school RuneScape. Yeah, it doesn't look amazing, but there's still been some like, talking specifically about the graphics, there's been a fair few moments where I've kind of sat back and gone, oh my gosh, that looks so good. Moments when the lighting and the weather and the scenery all just comes together, and a lot of it is very limited by the fact that this came out in 2002. But it looks stunning sometimes. And I've said this before as well. I thought I would... We were halfway through a playthrough of Oblivion Remastered. I was going to play our first ever Argonian. And one night I just thought, well, let's try Morrowind. I've heard so many good things about it, but I've never actually tried it. I don't think I'll play it anymore because it's going to be too old. And it is very old, it is very janky, but there's so much about it that is classic Elder Scrolls. And I mean, we don't know if Elder Scrolls 6 is ever going to come out. Everyone's hyped about how long it's been since GTA 5. It's been longer since we had a new Elder Scrolls game. I think it was like 2 years before GTA 5 is when Skyrim came out. So to me, this is probably the closest to a new Elder Scrolls that I'm gonna get. Okay, so we have to speak to Sulmatul and Nabani Mesa. We're here, so let's speak to the Ashcan.
It is such an honor to meet you.
I mean, now it is, because I'm pretty sure they believe that we're the Nerevarine now. You wish to be called Urshalaku Nerevarine, but first, would you hear the Council of Sure. Good. First, I would give you warning. When you are called Nerevarine, the word must spread, and many must hear. Your enemies will hear and come seeking your blood. And such friends as you may have among the... We haven't interacted with the great houses at all, so we have no friends. Those who... we also have not joined the temple, so we got no friends there either. We got nothing to worry about. They may forget their love for you. If you have business with the people of the houses and the temple, you may wish to conduct that business first, before you are named Nerevarine. Sugar. Well, I hope we can do it later, because I've been focusing on the main quest. Because it was taking so long, it didn't feel like we were doing anything. So I wanted to keep going with it, and then splinter off and do some faction stuff. Kind of sounds like maybe we should have done it the other way around. I don't know. Seek the counsel of wise woman Nabani Mesa. Yes, we have spoken to her many times. The other tribes. Ooh, meet some other tribes. That would be neat. You will make many mistakes and waste... My friend, I will make many mistakes and waste much precious time. No matter how good the instructions are you give us. Now, if you wish to be named Urshalaku Nerevarine, we may speak of these things. Blood will be spilled. Oh, so these, I think, are the other tribes. The distant northeast. Okay, so we're maybe going to help them with some kind of conflict. These chaps. Sounds like maybe we're going to have to help this Han Amu fella get elected. False gods. We have heard the priest's own words of the Apocrypha, and we know them to be true. We have heard the words of the dissident priests, and we know them to be true. The false gods have broken their promises, and have taken up the tools of the enemy. This is a great evil and a great danger. Okie dokie, if you say so. So we have to unite the 4 tribes. Okay. They may not be so quick. It's been about 2 months in real life. So I would not call that quick by any stretch of the word. And we need to be... Okay, so we need to unite the houses... and unite the tribes. Right? Am I understanding this right? Try the Redoran, for they are warriors hard-willed but straightforward. Then try the Halalu, for though they are weak and spoiled, they are cunning and crafty. Save the Telvanni for last. Anyone who is not afraid of a 2,000-year-old wizard? Huh? That sounds cool. I'm gonna go find Gandalf, I suppose. The great houses and the tribes. Well, that's 4th, so does that mean we should do that first? Unite the great houses? I haven't even met the great houses. Balmora. Yeah, Balmora. We know Balmora. Aldrune. We've been to Aldrune as well. And we've also been to Sagerith. Oh, okay. I mean, we're not actually wearing it right now. No man may deny it. No man but Naravar may wear the ring and live. Oh, crumbs. I did not know that. I thought it was just a cool ring. Okie dokie. Extract a favour or service. Can call this shit. There's going to be a bunch of side quests to do for them. I can see this coming a mile off. Proud, arrogant, and greedy. Likeable rogue, strong and self-assured. So show them that you are strong and proud. Okay. So I think they're all now added to our map. There's, I want to say 3. Ahemusa Camp, Zainab Camp. Where's the other one? We haven't been to Ghost Gate yet. That's one place we haven't been. Sagerith Mora. Oh, there's another camp. Wonderful. So they all seem to be on the right side of the island. The eastern side. And they're kind of close. I mean, compared to how far apart they could have been, I will happily take that. In which case, I mean, I'm tempted. The first one's like reasonably close. It's the distance to Zergonapool, and then that again. And then that again to get to that camp. But the fact that we've just done the 3rd trial, the 4th trial is the houses, and the 5th trial is the tribes. It's making me think that we should do the 4th one first. Let me have a look. Consensus seems to be tribes first, but I don't know. I think maybe we'll take it as it comes, and we'll see. Right, well, we've spoken to Sulmatul. Before we go, we'll have a chat with Nabani Mesa. the wise woman. See if she has any insight for us. Just gonna wait until the advert's over on Twitch. There's so much like being lost and just walking, and the really important bits seem to be quite spread out here in Morrowind. So if there's a big like lore drop or something, I don't want to do that when it's an advert on Twitch. Okay, and we are done. We are done. Okay. So, Nabani Mesa. Okay, do you have any more info before we leave? Ah, the wise woman of the Ahemusu is also the Ashcan. Hell yes, feminism. Did not know that we could sell this person stuff. Ooh, I've heard about that. Yeah, we'll take one of those. Don't know what that actually does, but we've heard lots of people talk about it. We'll just go through all of these. Here we go. Okay, so these are the Warmongerer tribe. Fifth trial. A stranger's hand unites the Velothi. 4 tribes call him Nerevarine. The 4 tribes are the 4 tribes of Ardenfell. The Ursulaku, Tick, the Ahemusa, the Zainab, and the Arabenimson. When you have been named Nerevarine by each of the 4 Ashlander tribes of Ardenfell, come to me for further guidance. Okay. Did that one. That's a great houses. Okie dokie. Traders. When a greater enemy threatens, the great houses put aside their quarrels and choose a Hortator, a single war leader to lead all the houses. Only a great house council can name a Hortator, and all councils must agree. Speak with the Redoran councillors, Halalu councillors, and Telvanni councillors. Prove to them that Dagoth Earth threatens. When you are named Redoran, blah 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 blah, only then will you be the Hortator named in prophecy. So, from what I remember, I think maybe it was Caius before he left. He explained the 3 great houses, and the impression that he gave was Redoran are militaristic, not super intelligent, all about bravado and hunting and glory. Halalu are all about trading and gathering intelligence and society, like civilization, kind of like the NCR in Fallout New Vegas, right? They are arguably the best demonstration of like democracy or a democratic society, but with that come issues like corruption that maybe in Redoran wouldn't be an issue. And House Telvanni is all about the magic, all like to the point where they do human experiments and don't help people, because they are all just about the pursuit of, kind of sounds like the Sith. They're focused on the pursuit of power through knowledge. I don't know how much truth to any of that there is when we actually meet with them. I'm sure there's a lot more complexity to it, like most things here in Morrowind. We've done all that stuff. Yep, we did that. We got corpus disease and were cured, I believe, by one of the Talvani folk, with some help from the Dwemer fellow, which was mind-blowing. Third trial? No, we did the third trial. I don't want to call bullshit, but we've done that. Second, where's the third trial? Here we go. Yeah, we did it. Yeah, we've had that. We've had that. Just go through all of these. So yeah, we've spoke to, oh, they're giving us, we're going round in loops here. Nabani Mesa's saying to go speak to Sulmatul, and Sulmatul's saying go speak to Nabani Mesa. So I think we probably leave them here. Okay, well, thank you for your help, Shalaku folks. It's been nice. Can't wait to get away from your wind chimes. Can't rest when there's enemies near. Why are there always enemies nearby? We've spent basically all of tonight's stream in the darkness, no matter how many times, how many hours we wait. It is constantly darkness. Please be daylight. I'll take it. I will take it. Got a cliff racer somewhere. Oh, is that it over here? Maybe not. We scared it off. At this point, we've basically hunted all of the cliff racer species to extinction, so they it is Joshua, no Reverine. Yep, supposedly.